Today in this BeamNG episode, we are going to be checking out this car and just saying how terrible it is. And by terrible, I mean how it actually drives. I'm not talking about like the mod, how it's terrible, but like how terrible it actually is. So, first thing you'll notice down that is body roll, extreme body roll. Let's just see. Look, you can even like almost lift up that front wheel. Oh, yep. Now let's just see. Whoa, that's a lot. That is a lot of body roll. Let's just do that again. Let's see if it lifts. Right now we're drifting this thing around a lot though. Squirrely. But so you've seen it does a lot of body roll. But now, let's just see really how much body roll does it do. And our coolant temperature was pretty high there, because this thing has a terrible radiator. So just to see how much body roll it is, let's just go in here, add app, and add the wheel weight app, the weight distribution app. So let's just add that like right there. And so now we can see the weight distribution. So sitting just at a still, you know, it's actually pretty good on the weight distribution, which is kind of surprising, but it is a limo, so yeah. And so let's just see. Just sitting on the track, let's see how bad the weight distribution is. It's still pretty even, but now let's just check how little. Okay, that wasn't meant to happen, but I hit slow-mo just in time. So let's just reset this vehicle real quick. So now let's just see. If we want to do something like that, let's see. We're gonna have to go into some slow motion so that I can be a bit accurate with this. Okay, so let's just watch the weight. See, it goes all the way down to almost no pounds of weight on the front right wheel. See? It goes down super low. So I saw a total about maybe 200. Yeah, I was hitting about 270, somewhere around there. And so now let's see what a normal vehicle would do. So let's just get something like a normal vehicle. I don't know. Just something normal. So I'm thinking we're going to just get an ATK 800, you know, just something normal. And I'm going to get the comfort suspension on this car. So essentially this thing will be a little bit more soft, you know. There's a flex in the suspension. It's more comfortable. So essentially the weight is not that good when it comes to, you know, cornering and all that type of stuff. So I just go turn ESC off real quick. Now, this car obviously does weigh less, which will also, you know, help it. So right here, we're just gonna see how low it goes. So I'll go to the same thing. So time down a little bit, and then a little bit right, a little bit left. See, it's staying up at like 300, maybe somewhere around there. But the body roll is very unnoticeable. You don't notice the body roll hardly any on this car. So I should go to the inside. Not as much body roll, you know. But let's just check the inside of this car. So now let's just see it. Just sitting flat, that is way more body roll. And that car was getting at the 300, which still isn't that much considering that car weighs considerably less. So, whoa, that thing has a lot of body roll. So you see, it definitely goes side to side. How much does this car exactly weigh though? Well, we can see that easily. Simply just gonna go in here, spun the weight pad. So let's see how much this car weighs. I'm going to assume that it weighs a lot. And also the brakes on this are blown, so yeah, almost no braking whatsoever. Now let's just see. This car weighs about 4,432 pounds, which is also 2,010 kilograms. So that car weighs a lot. Now let's see how much this thing weighs. Probably considerably less. And I'm doing this scientifically instead of just going into the menu and looking at the weight. So now let's just see this. And then let's move it to the middle in case that makes any difference. So this car, considering that it is a crossover slash SUV, is 3,577 pounds. I cannot talk. Okay, and it also weighs 1,622 kilograms. But there's one thing that limo does better than this car, and that is give interesting crashes. By interesting, I mean this thing plows through anything in this path. Well, not necessarily, it might break, but... And I missed that. How? So, we I guess gotta hit it from this way then. See? Good old American muscle. Let's look at the damage on that car. Where is it at? Well, isn't that weird? Can't even see the damage on that car. Let's see, where's that damage at? Is it damaged, or is it... It looks a little bit bent on the fender, but... It's weird. Could've... Oh yeah, okay, so one thing you need to be aware about is... This car is a lot more durable than that car. But... That car does give interesting crashes, because it does... You know... fall apart. And this thing's still running. So we're just gonna make that not true. I couldn't have been going that fast if I only got that much damage on that car. So I'm gonna hit it from the rear. There we go. Now since this car is officially... okay, it's not destroyed yet. Well, I guess we're gonna go for a round whatever after this, but let's just check this. Yep, not even nearly as much damage as that car. Let's just send this car to its doom. Although that front wheel is kind of looking a little weird. Now, so it's been bent down enough to where it like hits the ground. We're gonna put this car to its doom and you know, do some simple stuff. Still has not killed this car. Okay, well, it looks like we're going to have to drive this car to try and kill that car. But that seems this car is extremely durable compared to that. And somehow it's grabbed onto my bumper. Well. There we go. Now let's just, there we go. This car is very durable. And the hatch just opened. I guess that's my new wing. Oh, it looks like my car has the impact stopping system. So, yeah. Now this car is crumpled. The engine is, destroyed, and the cabin is messed up. And as you can see here, when the window breaks, it makes an interesting gunshot look. I can wonder why. There's a president version of this car. Okay, so now let's reset this. Reset this. Now let's go somewhere where this car will hate it so much. Somewhere where the roads are slick. Somewhere where this car would spin out so easily, yet it's so long that the wheelbase is like crazy. But still. Let's go over that. Where we need to go is right over here. Right over here will lead us to a track and a point where we can try to drift. But I'm gonna go to like the track area type first. Once again, this car has no brakes. That was full brake right there. This thing has blown brakes, blown suspension, blown everything. So let's just see how terribly this handles. Yep, this is the opposite of a track vehicle. Get that classic, you know. And I need to like get on the brakes before I get even near a place where I need to turn. So yeah. Let's brakes on the okay, so now let's just do a 60 to 0 test. So that speedometer is okay, how about a 50 to 0 test? 55 to 0. And we were at 55 and now we are at 0. So this car is extremely slow, but it seems like it goes faster than it really is. Like, honestly, it does seem like it goes faster than it really is. It's like, look, if you look at this speed, this doesn't necessarily look like 20, but it feels like it's going faster than that, considering this game. Let's see what speed we can get up to here. Maybe we can do a 60 to 0 test. Come on. 60, there we go. As the brakes get so hot because they are completely messed up. There we go. Now, this is an American vehicle, I would assume, because it looks American. Because America equals big, huge vehicles. That's just a fact. That is a fact. Now, let's see if this thing has enough braking to lock up the wheels. Yeah, kinda. It does. But that's on extremely slick ground. This thing is all rusted out. The engine bay is completely rusted. I almost said the engine bay is completely Russian. The engine bay is completely rusted out. Let's just see it. And that is rusted. I honestly don't know how the radiator even works in this car. Well, that is a huge radiator. A terrible one, though. So, now that we've seen that, let's try to drift it. Come on. Yep. E-brake isn't strong enough. Yep. E-brake definitely is not strong enough. Come on. You can spin, car. Nope. Nope, nada. Guess you can't do that in this car. Now let's do a scenario. Not an in-game scenario, but let's just do a scenario. Like you just got into this car for the first time and you're like a race car driver and you're used to cars that stop pretty fast. So let's just say you're like on here and then normally you'd hit the brakes about here. Boom, dead. That fender is no. Okay, this thing is. Yep. Oof, that wasn't good. Yeah. This thing is going to die on you before you even try to drive it. It's just... Somehow the engine works, but it doesn't. Somehow the engine works, but it shouldn't, is what it meant to say. Okay. Let's just simply end that car's misery. So, I'm pretty sure the engine is dead. No, it's not. So essentially it has overheating damage, that type of stuff, you know. So essentially it can't even keep its own revs up. That's not good. So let's just reset this vehicle like that. And then let's go somewhere where we can attempt to do some slippery sliding stuff. First for that, I think we might need to have, I don't know. Just something a little bit better for, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But yeah. Better tires, something like that. Oh, what happened there? Why did the car stop? That's weird. Oh look, we have new wheels. Cough cough, editing magic, cough cough. So, yeah. That's weird. Well, it's not weird considering editing magic is amazing, because, yeah. So I got some fatter tires on the front, so hopefully I'll be able to kick this rear end out. Just keep it in first gear, you know. I guess that's a bit better at turning on slick road. And I'm going to make that mistake. Okay, how did I not ram that wall is my question. So, the question is, can I at least get it out a little bit? Nope. Not on this. If only I was able to get tons of grip in the front, but no grip in the rear. That's how car people like it. Sticky in the front, slippery in the back. And let's see. Definitely better at turning, but terrible. Still terrible. And somehow did not completely kill that there. Let's see. Does this thing have enough power to wheel spin on not necessarily slippery, but kind of more slippery road? Let's see. I don't think it does. Let's see. Let's slow down time. Let's see if it does. It does, surprisingly. It's just very unnoticeable. And if we slow down time again. Maybe only one of the wheels was spinning right there. Who knows? All I know is it doesn't have that much power. And we're going to go to the road that's kind of slick, but not necessarily. This road right here. And, yep. Okay. That was actually a pretty good slide. Don't know how I got that slide, but yeah. Put it in drive. And here we go. Let's see. Nice slide here, maybe? Nope. That was the one-time thing that just decided to happen. That's just... Ooh, nope. Oh, that's bad. That is definitely, I don't think a car's supposed to be that beat up. Unless it is that beat up, then it is supposed to be that beat up. But it's not supposed to be that beat up, or maybe it is. I don't know. Just don't quote me on that. And let's see. Going uphill, this thing cannot handle hardly any of that. With the radiator, that radiator is smoking like crazy. That is not good. So now let's just crash it. There we go. Let's just reverse it. Now, since the car can still drive, we're going to kill it again. Jeez, I've killed this car so many times. And, yeah. So, engine is mildly damaged. And it just stopped moving. Well, that's typical of this type of car. So, Let's reset it. But not on that map. On this map, and we have a different version of that vehicle because that other one could never go off-road. Okay, so we need to put this thing in low range immediately because, like, you know, we just need to. And then I'm just gonna, I've done this a million times, but I'm still gonna show. You cannot barely go off-road with just a like open differential. See? You just can't. You need to lock them. I know I've shown that like a million times, but yeah, you need to keep that thing locked. Now this thing is a very good off-roader if you get the off-road parts. Now if this thing had portal axles, that would be very good. And essentially how portal axles work, I'll just put it on screen. I'm too lazy to actually say tons of stuff about how it works. And that wheel right there has tons of weight on it. That wheel, the front right. Which is kind of surprising. But yeah. That wheel has no weight on it. And this thing has some articulation. Yeah. That is what I call articulation. Come on. There. Oof. Whoa. This is maybe if this thing didn't have a bumper, that would be better. I'm too lazy to change it right now. Right, here's where articulation does really matter, though. Because you got all these rocks that go side to side. Articulation and suspension height right there where I just went over really matters. Especially on a situation like right here, articulation extremely matters because normally this wheel would get all the power and this wheel would get all the power because there's not much, you know, weight on them. There's not much traction on them, so essentially they would get tons of power even though they would have no traction, so that the car wouldn't go anywhere. And kind of stuck on that rock for a second, destroying the car in the process of this. Now let's just do the strategy that I like to call the go anywhere. Okay, and that needs to be locked right there. So this is called just wing it. And that's what happens when you wing it. So let's just do that. I've made so many off-road videos in the past. So right now we're just winging it. And that's what happens when you wing it. So we're not gonna wing it. We're gonna do this the proper way. So just gonna reverse here. Whoa. That is, oh jeez. This car doesn't have a more durable suspension. The suspension is ruined right there, but it seems to be pretty durable, so I'm pretty sure it's pretty much okay. Okay. Come on. Go up it. There we go. Sometimes slow and steady isn't always the key. But I can tell you right now, if I had my wheel, which I don't right now, my wheel would be killing my hand. Come on, there we go. Ah, there. Whoa, that's a little bit of air. Whoa. Well, so we can either die here and roll over, or not roll over and die. That's easier than it sounds, though. Well, a lot easier than it sounds. Whoa. There is literally no weight on that one front wheel right there. And almost all the weight is on that wheel. So right now, for some reason, there's almost no articulation in the front. Okay, good. had enough weight leaning over to the front left that it was able to do that. So that's good. First person. This thing has a bit of a different interior. It has the race interior. So in first person, you don't necessarily know what you're doing, so you just have to like kind of wing it when it comes to going over the rocks, and then you just float over everything. Let's just do a cinematic camera right here. Actually did look pretty good though. And whoa. And straight on shot, because that's messed up. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna get sick from looking at that. Whoa. That's... oh wait. Yes, good. Or not. I mean, flipping your vehicle is never good, but you know, it landed on its wheels, so that's why I said good. And there we go. Here we go. There. We're stuck on this one little rock. Well then. Let's try to go in the high range. For this spot right here, high range may give me a little bit of an advantage. And right there. There we go. Back in the low range. If only I had a little bit more articulation in the front right there. There we go. Jeez. When it went, it went. Because hashtag articulation for life. And being bounced back and forth. Ah, that could have been good. Yep, I'm pretty sure the radiator got hit right there. Come on, there we go. We shifted finally. I'm gonna have to reverse here a lot. And that reversed a little quicker than I wanted. Just a little. There we go. This video may or may not be short, I have no clue. But hopefully you liked this episode, and goodbye.